FM.
9:29 on the Talk of the Town. We only got about a minute left before we get into it. CBS News, but Congresswoman Claudia Tenney sticking with us.
Staff is probably having a meltdown
because you're here. Let's see
hopefully
if
they're listening and they know where you are.
Let's see if we can do this in a minute. And Ken's on the phone line. Ken, I'm going to try to get your comments in, and then Claudia might have to respond after the CBS News. It's only a minute and a half, so if you can wait that long. But Ken, good morning. You're on the Talk of the Town. What's on your mind?
Good morning. Just wondering, what ads do we believe on TV, or do we believe our lying eyes? I see my cable bills doubled. So has Claudia taken money, helped the cause, not helped the cause? And the second big question is, what about this $1 billion nanotech center? We've heard of 18 jobs so far. What's the deal?
Oh, well, good question.
Thank you.
Good questions, I guess. Short, sweet, precise. We got about 30 seconds, Claudia. You want to wait?
30 seconds. First, let's say Spectrum. This is a monopoly that was created by the governor. I oppose the monopoly. Spectrum did not double their rates. I urge everyone, including, I did this myself. I called Spectrum. I got a woman in Maine. She said, now that Spectrum has taken over your Time Warner account, your bill is now $70 less. Do you want me to change it? You have the same channel lineup for $70 less. I urge people to call. I don't approve of the merger and the monopoly. I think that everybody should have a choice. I think we should have more choices, which drives down the price and improves quality. My opponent supported this. This is part of a battle that's going on at the state level. It has nothing to do with the federal level. I don't know anyone at Spectrum. I don't know anyone at these Charter. I guess the entity that put money in my account. I don't have a relationship with them. It's absurd to think that I could be bought out for $15,000. Ray Halberter gave my opponent almost $1 million. Does that mean Ray Halberter owns him? I don't know. Governor Cuomo recruited him and has given him a ton of money. Sheldon Silver funded his first campaign for Assembly, and he continued to vote for Sheldon Silver. So does Sheldon Silver own him too? I'm just saying these are things that people have to decide. I mean, and a nano center. Look, I've heard $595 million. I've heard $600 million, $700 million. What do we have to show for it? This is crony capitalism at its worst. We don't have jobs to show for this. We have 8 public corruption trials. I think another one of Cuomo's cronies, this Pigeon guy from Buffalo, is going to jail now. These are schemes where we should have been giving money back to the taxpayers, which is what we've done with the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. One of my very first bills in the state assembly was to cut taxes, cut our income tax. That is the fairest thing you can do for everyone. Instead of taking our money and investing in these projects, some of them are better than others, but many of them are just schemes for the governor to exact donations. My opponent has voted for all of these things, whether it's the Oneida deal, the Nano Center, Startup New York, all these phony schemes that have hurt the taxpayers of our region. And I support tax cuts. 95% of the people in our district have gotten a tax cut. Only the wealthiest are paying more, and I'm happy to do a day where anyone can bring their tax return in, what their taxable issues are. We'll have a team of accountants. We can sit down with you, and if you make under $200,000 a year, you are going to get a tax cut unless you have some anomaly in your tax. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to lower taxes. 98% of the people in New York State and in our district work in a small business or they own it. It's about small businesses. That's why I have a 100 rating. Every year I've been in office from the National Federation of Independent Business. I've been a member of it for almost 30 years with our small business. Small businesses create 70% of our new jobs. That's why we're giving them a break. We're trying to help them grow and create more jobs in our community. It's organic growth. It's not these big economic development schemes, which, by the way, both parties have been doing for many years, whether it's empire zones or economic development zones, whatever it is. Why shouldn't every taxpayer in New York get a break? That's exactly what we did with the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Everybody got a break. We've repatriated almost $1 trillion by the end of the year. That will happen. Of American company money that's coming back to this country where they're reinvesting in jobs, giving raises, giving out bonuses, creating new jobs, manufacturing. Just saying.
It's all right, Claudia, I got it. We got about 5 seconds here. We got to get to CBS News, but you can stick with us. Yeah. Ken, good call.
Thank you.
It's the Talk of the Town.
CBS News Up.